Alright, basically you have 3 screws, one on top, bottom, and side. You just take these 3 screws out and you can take this whole bottom piece out. Give you your little trim piece. I've already took the other couple of switches out, but to show you how to do this, basically you just take a little small flathead screwdriver and just pry up on these little connections. Let's get it underneath there. All the way around, working in and pop. Alright, once you just pry up on there, these just pop right out. You see these little pins go through the little holes. Don't try and take those wires out like I did. I tried to take a couple of them out. You can see I gotta straighten them back up because I pulled them out and then put them back in. They just have to make connections around the pins on the switches. So I just pulled the wire and harness out. Pulled the wire and harness out of the door. So now all we should have to do is pop those hinge screws loose, those hinge bolts loose, and take off our hinges. Alright, what I did is I just put me a couple of blocks under there with a scissor jack out of an old Honda. Put the weight up off the door. I'm going to take these 2 13mm bolts out, top and bottom. And it should allow us just to pop the door off. We'll see. Alright, as you can see, the holes that are supposed to be round are egg-shaped. I was letting the door pivot. And as you also can see, with the line of the fender, you can't get up in there to take these off. So I'm gonna go get a ratchet wrench, because even this in there, you don't got enough leverage to pull it up. So I'm gonna try a ratchet wrench, and if I can't get that out, I guess the next thing we'll have to do is take the fender off. Alright, here's another little thing that I read on a lot of the forums. You don't want to take all these bolts out because there's a backing plate in here. If you take all the bolts out, it will fall. So basically, I just took the center one out and the top one out, where I could loosen this one up, where I could rotate it down. And I'm just going to put this top bolt, just start it right back in. So that'll keep the backing plate from falling down. I've heard some nightmares of people saying they had to use a magnet and various other things to fish them back out of this frame. So let's get the other one off and we'll go from there. Yeah, I see what everybody's talking about now. You see there's a plate in there. I put the bolt in there and it keeps it from falling out. Well, I guess it's a good place to do your research ahead of time. Alright, here's our new hinges. This is the top hinge. You know that's what it is because it's got this little roller in it. And the bottom hinge, looks like they're welded the pins in there, so they shouldn't have no problem with them coming out. Or the bushing, I'm assuming, yeah, they could weld the pin because it'll rotate. But anyways, we're going to put those on and hopefully that'll fix our sagging door trouble. Got these off Amazon for like 40 bucks for the set, so can't complain. Figured I'd go ahead and show you how I put this on left this top bolt in so I could pull out so it holds that little backing plate up against here, and then I started this bottom one. Make sure it's good and started. And then you can take the top one and place it in.